The whole goal of that post was basically to make this argument that Hila was actually raiding Palestinian villages, and that's why Ethan and Hila don't have much sympathy for the Palestinian people, because they think that they should all be killed. That's like essentially how that is being used, and I think that's like really disgusting.
Does that matter?
Okay, I don't think we're ever gonna grab this, and I'm gonna start screaming. It's so hard. I can't even believe. I haven't seen them like justify any up actions of Israel ever. So it's really weird that people are hardcore digging into Hila's past, and they haven't really found anything. It's just like tenuous links and trying to claim that she was probably raiding Palestinian villages, and that's why they hate Palestinians.
I don't think it's unreasonable.
Well, it is unreasonable because they're trying to poison the well. How are you going to retreat to like? Isn't it just the internet, bro?
Wait, to every black person you talk to.
No. Hold on. Wait. No. This is exactly what you said. Hold on.
That's not what I'm saying.
No. Hold on. This is exactly what you just said. You might not.
No.
Let me finish.
Let
me know when you're done. I'm going to repeat exactly what I was going to say.
No.
Okay. Let me know when you're done. I'm going to repeat exactly what I was going to say.
No. Destiny, I've watched you for long enough to know what you're about to do. You're about to strawman. Is it a bad time?
I don't know.
Or a good time, I should say. Is it a good time?
Sure. What's up?
Well, so a couple things actually, and I always feel like I gotta preempt what, like when I talk to you, I gotta preempt my statement, because for you and for the audience, but for you, it's just so you know that like I have to keep reiterating this. I feel like, and it feels weird to do it, but I come in here in like peace. Like I'm not coming in here in any type of like bad faith or anything. And for the audience, you know how they feel about me. You read the comments. I've been called like an anti-Semite, an idiot, a retard, and all this other stuff. But today, I come to you with an open mind, and I just want you to fill it up with knowledge and explain to me what I cannot understand, right?
Okay.
So, okay. I'm sorry. It's weird. I always feel like I had to preempt that because, like, I have nothing to gain off this. Like, I don't get any clout from talking to you or anything. So it's just a unique opportunity to talk to a large creator when I disagree with them, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's all this is, right?
Okay.
So, with that being said, like I said, I come to you with an open mind. So
okay, you're fine. Yeah, what's up?
I have not been very happy with your coverage of the conflict, and we spoke maybe a week ago, and I kind of hinted at that, but we didn't really get into it because it didn't feel like a good time. So there's two major things that I have an issue with, and the first thing, I guess, which one I want to do first? I'll do the Hila thing first because it's more like fresh. You just talked about it and everything. Excuse my voice. I'm extremely sick right now. I do apologize for that. Okay, so earlier. Also, if this is off limits, just stop me in my tracks.
No, go for it. What's up?
Okay. So earlier you said, chat. If you link to this post, you are banned. This is a bad post. Like, you made it very clear and emphatic that, that this was like a horrible, or you made it seem like this was a horrible post. And, okay, so it's not so much I had a problem with that you did it. Here are my questions. And like I said, I come to you with a wide open mind. I left my assumptions on the other block somewhere. I'm here to hear what you have to say. One, why did you do that?
Even if I take this walk alone.
Why did you?
Because the post to me, it felt like it almost felt like doxing.
But you can't.
And it seemed like the goal was to like mine a whole bunch of like old pictures of her, try to figure out exactly like what military brigade she was in, try to like go to like past conversations and like pointing out like photos and shit. It felt really gross. And it might have been doxing. Maybe all of this is like actually like super public, and they posted all this on like a website called HelasIDFcareer.com or some shit. In which case, it's probably not as big deal. I just don't like to promote like doxing related stuff, and I get irritated when my chat like links to it, and a whole bunch of people find it. And I feel like it might be like kind of an invasion of privacy. But it seemed like the whole goal of that post was basically to make this argument that like Hila was actually out there raiding Palestinian villages, and that's why Ethan and Hila don't have much sympathy for the Palestinian people, because they think that they should all be killed. That's like essentially how that is being used, and I think that's like really disgusting.
Yeah. So that's like what I would have thought the way you described it the first time. Like I would have thought like, damn, that's gotta be. And you even compared it to kiwi farms, right? So I'm thinking like, this is some up shit. Like I gotta go see what this is, right? And it wasn't hard to find, and you know it's not going to be hard to find. So I don't even get with that whole thing with chat. If you link this, you'll be back. You know.
Wait, okay, hold on, wait. Can you link it to me in Discord, and I'll go. It popped up on my phone earlier, but I don't know where it is. You can link it to my Discord, and I go look through it again.
Okay. Because either we're talking about two different things, or
yeah, just link it to me on Discord.
Gotcha. Give me 1 sec.
Oh yeah, this post.
But that's the right one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you just said that it's borderline doxing, and you like you can't understand why somebody would go through the trouble to like just dig through Hila's past and everything. Like, do I have free reign to talk about the post? Like, I take what you said.
Yeah, fuck it. You want to go for it? I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So, to me, right? Like I said, I heard what you said earlier, and I'm like, oh shit! Like, this has to be fucking horrible. I gotta see what this is. But I get to the post, and it's just like a ordinary Reddit post. Like, they link to some YouTube videos as proof. They link to some tweets. Like, this is nothing like digging through Hila's personal past, right? Like, and then on top of that, they use the most modest language. Now, admittedly, I have seen some of the horrible shit about Hila online. Like, and I agree with you. This post would feed into a narrative.
No, wait, hold on. We're not gonna play dumb with this, okay?
Okay.
This post is not would feed into the narrative. The point of this post
does feed.
It's intended to.
Yes.
The point of this post is to say that Hila lied about her position, and she gleefully was raiding Palestinian villages. That is the point. I've literally seen it used. I've literally seen it used. Like even in that thread you linked. One of the most downvoted comments talks about how Hila earned those and was at the very least trained in combat. So being trained in combat equals being a terrible person. And then the guy says, her going on nightly raids in small Palestinian villages to terrorize innocent Palestinian families while they sleep is what makes her a terrible person. Clown face. You are delusional if you don't think that is exact, and it's 40 upvotes, and this is a really small subreddit. That is exactly what the point of this post was. Do you really not think that?
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not being clear.
Okay.
I'm not here to argue against the idea that there is a horrible hate campaign going on against Hila Klein right now. I'm not here to even try to defend any of the comments you just read off, right? And I'm not even here to talk about the comments. I'm here to talk about the post, right? And okay, so all right. And like I said, I'm coming here with an open mind. So your issue is not with the content of the post. Your issue is that it's feeding into a narrative, or it's feeding into this hate machine that's going right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the the content of that post, and I'm pretty sure there are other posts on that subreddit too, where people are trying to there's a post that I see up here right now linking back to an article that's 15 years old, trying to identify exactly which brigade she was a part of and exactly which year she was active, and then trying to link it to crimes against humanity.
Is that not relevant? No. But is that wait? Okay, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the post you're talking about, but I just want to stick with this one post for now, because this is the one you referred to, right? I just want to talk about this one post. Okay, so you said that this is borderline doxing, and that it's very malicious to post this. And so I've heard, I agree that it does feed into this horrible narrative, right? And that it probably is not helping. But to people with that just want objective truth and that don't care about the narrative, right? That just want objective truth. do you think like that this is like that? So you don't think?
What do you mean by
anything in this
just
post
want
is true?
objective truth? It's not. This
Like,
isn't objective truth.
This is saying that Hila has downplayed her what she was was presenting basically downplaying what she was doing.
We don't even
possibly.
know. We don't even know 100% what her actual like assignments were when she was part of her thing. All people are doing is they're trying to link badges, say that she had combat training, and they're trying to link it to other things, saying she was raiding Palestinian villages. And
wait. Why do you say they're trying to link it to other things that are saying that she's raiding Palestine? The poster is, or other people?
everybody in the subreddit is.
Okay, all right.
So, for instance, here's another post that says, this is the brigade Hila was part of in 2007. The top upvoted comment by the OP links to another website that's talking about, I think it's talking about war crimes, and I think it's quoting either that brigade or another brigade saying, the Kafir's actions are only partly controlled. Given that the soldiers have the most interaction with the Palestinian population and are ideologically motivated, it's not surprising that, according to the investigation by the military police, the main perpetrators of crimes against Palestinians in 2006 to 2007 belong to the Kafir units. Like, what do you think is like
wait.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know if it's true.
So does that matter?
Okay, I don't think we're ever gonna go on this, and I'm gonna start screaming. I can't tell if
What
you're...
do you mean? Wait. Time out.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Why is that? You're saying?
I feel like I'm talking to like every Nazi/race realist ever now.
Bro, I'm just a regular.
Do you acknowledge? Oh, sure, I understand what you're saying. I understand. I understand. No, I understand what you're saying.
I don't have an agenda here. I don't have an ideology I'm trying to defend here. I'm just honestly, so I get what you're saying. Like, I bet you that this is some dipshit lefty fucking subreddit, right? However, that doesn't disregard everything that is on here, right?
Sure,
like
I agree with that 100%. Okay. Do you agree that African Americans disproportionately possess? There is a double repeat allele for a gene that encodes for behaviors that make you more aggressive and is highly correlated with an increased risk in shooting and stabbing people?
Do I disagree with that?
Do you agree with that fact?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea, bro.
Do you want to take some time to research it? Because it's probably true.
Sure, send it to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just like.
Do you think that if I started every conversation off about African American crime, and I start speaking about this particular aspect of the African American genome, do you think that's like an okay thing to do? It's just facts, right? It's just the truth, right?
Wait. If you started out every conversation.
Yes.
Talking with black people with this fact?
Sure, or about black crime, right? It's relevant, right? Maybe it might be.
Yeah, absolutely, it's relevant. Yes.
Okay.
If this is true, this study you're sending me, this is absolutely, it's crucial to.
No, it's not crucial. Don't say that. No.
What? Wait. If you're trying to get to the bottom of why there is so much crime in the black community, you're saying that
so hard. I can't even believe. I didn't know he would bite. I didn't know he would go this way.
All that shit. You're saying that
I f***ed up hard.
Valuable to know?
Maybe. I think that the assumption that it's the primary driver of crime is probably a really bad assumption, and that's not empirically supported.
I agree with you. I'm just going along with what you said. I have no idea of anything that you were just talking about.
What's that?
And that's not what I'm here to talk about.
Wait. Hold on. I'm sorry. 1 second. What's that?
Are you talking to that guy still? Never mind.
No, you're good. Say what do you want to say. Go ahead.
So I like Ethan and Hila.
Yeah.
And when people started bringing this shit up, I don't want any of it to be true.
Sure.
But just from a matter of fact. I was raging against the Afghani people or something like that, right? You guys know I'm in the military.
Sure.
And then you find out I was in Fox Company in 2007, and then it's like, oh, okay, cool. I see why Lycan hates Afghanis because Afghans. Fuck. Afghanis. Yes. I see why Lycan hates Afghanis. He was in Fox Company. They just ran through a fucking village and massacred people. And he was there for that time. Like, I think what people were trying to do is figure out what her military involvement was.
Sure, and I could understand that, but that interest would be predicated on your statements. Let's say that you
What if it's like hate Ethan and Hila and it's like
No. Let's say for instance, let's say theoretically you were deployed to Iraq. That's not theoretical. You were, right? Let's say that we were having a discussion on Iraq.
Let's say that Lycan said he was a secretary in Iraq, but you found out that he was actually like.
That's not what we're talking about. Hold on, we're not even at that part yet.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's say that we're having this conversation, and you're talking about Iraq. Let's say that you're arguing as somebody who is insanely anti-war. Okay, they're like the U.S. should never be in this. And let's say that you say, I think that the United States botched the occupation of Iraq. Maybe we shouldn't have deposed Saddam Hussein because we didn't have proper, authorization to go in there. We shouldn't have. But Saddam Hussein was like a really bad leader. He had engaged in a lot of horrible activities in the past. Let's say that that's your statement, and then people start digging into your military background. That feels really weird.
Oh yeah, no.
Because I don't think you've said anything to where it's like, we need to figure out what it's. So like for Ethan and Hila, or Ethan and Hila, I haven't seen them say anything where it's like, that's an unhinged take. Most of what I've seen them say is like, yeah, I think seller banks in the West are bad. When the IDF kills civilians, it's bad. But I haven't seen them like justify any action of Israel ever. So it's really weird that people are hardcore digging into Hila's past, and they haven't really found anything. It's just like tenuous links, and then trying to claim that she was probably raiding Palestinian villages, and that's why they hate Palestinians. So that feels insane to me. Yeah.
The Leaps would totally be fucking pissed off about. Trying to like dox and dig into the things that are not publicly available would be totally pissed about. But if you think about the way the space operates, whether it's our community or any other fucking community, it's going to be. They're going to hear someone say something, and they're going to people who remember things, which Hila has talked about her shit in the past, and they're going to be like, I know she's talked about this. I know he's talked about this. They're going to listen. They do that all the time.
Sure.
And then they're going to go hunt and try to see what exactly you said.
Sure. But the issue that I feel like, maybe I'll be wrong and it'll come up, is this, okay, because you were in the military. And I try to be so careful of this, non-military people that try to look into military things can make a whole bunch of really retardedly cringe assumptions, where somebody reads like an MOS and they think they know every single thing that you did, and and they have no idea. So when I see people like looking up like, this is a badge she had, and then it was given for this, and here's like an article on like things that other people done, and she was probably raiding Palestinian villages, like, I don't trust this analysis. It feels really creepy. And I don't even know if Hila's made a statement where we should be like trying to impugn her character to find out. Yeah.
So again, this is. Lycan doesn't want this to be true, kind of thing. But like I saw someone make a comment, so I was like Googling what Reddit threads have been made before.
Sure.
And somewhere in like an old one a few years ago, they said Hila actually talked about on a video that's now been taken down that she volunteered to go on raids. And so at that point, it doesn't matter what your designation is. You can be an admin person and end up on a raid in the U.S. military. So that is where people are, I think, looking for. Because if she has said that and she has a combat action ribbon, then it's like, okay, cool. When did she serve? What operations were going on during that time?
Yeah, I guess the thing is, I just haven't heard her say anything where it's like, we need to figure out what was going on here. Because it doesn't feel like she's made any like unhinged statements about Palestinians.
No, I haven't heard anything. And again, I don't want it to be true. I'm just saying I don't think it's unreasonable.
Well, it is unreasonable because they're trying to poison the well. Because like, for instance, if Hila was saying things like, all the Palestinians in the West Bank, the majority of them, they are terrorists. That's why we make settlements. We have to kick them out. And if somebody starts making statements like that, it's like, okay, what exactly did you do for a job? And then you start finding out, oh, well, she was like literally part of like a force in Israel that was like expelling people, and she lied about it. I feel like this is like, okay, I can understand why you're digging here, but I just haven't heard her make any statements that warrants like this level of like digging. Like, what if they find out that like Hila was actually a trip on 4chan, and we found out that she was posting in Poll in 2004, and that's why she hates Palestinians, because they're brown, and we find like the trip code, or like, really, like, is this really what we're like? If she hasn't even made statements about this, that just seems like really weird to me.
No, and I haven't heard it. Like, to me, it's mind-blowing that people are saying like she hates the Palestinians, because I'm pretty sure that Ethan and Hila have both been like very empathetic.
Sure, yeah.
So anyway, I just want to say that like the military service isn't completely irrelevant if she was involved in something.
Sure.
People would want to know, like, okay, well.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, that was all.
Okay,
sorry, I'm here. Okay, what's up?
No. So I agree with like most of what Lycan just said, and like I said, I'm not here with an agenda or like to like push any narrative. I am just a regular bull that has no ties or parasocial relationship with any of these people. So I don't know what Hila's said in the past about her involvement with the IDF or with Israelis military, right? So I don't know. Now what they were saying, right? What I saw, like just like you just mentioned the comment, I saw a comment in that very post that was linked of her saying, of Ethan arguing with the chatter,
the chatter was saying like, what about Israel? They're saying like Israel does this every day or something in that context, right? And then Ethan's arguing with the chatter and is like, what do you mean? Like, I don't deny that. And then you can hear Hila say, I do deny that, right? Do you understand what I just said?
I would have to see the context for this statement. I'm not sure.
It's very easy to find. You can probably find it on your own subreddit. Like, I'm a idiot, and I found all this in like 2 seconds after you made your comments, and like, so this is not something I've like researched heavily. This is literally just a question I had for you as to why you framed the post as,
because I think trying to like dig into people's history and like find information about them to like impugn their character when they haven't even made like that crazy of a statement, that's wild to me. The obvious, whether you choose to see it or not, the obvious intention is to make it sound like she was part of some fucking Palestinian or some anti-Palestinian like IDF force. Like, that's the goal of that post. It's obvious that that's the goal of that post. It's obvious that's how it's going to be propagated. And it's obvious that that's what the goal of this community is to make her sound like an unhinged, bloodthirsty IDF soldier that was going on 72-hour shifts powered by methamphetamine and the hatred of Muhammad, like trying to find poor Palestinians to murder. That's like, that is undeniably the intention of the post. And that just seems unhinged to me.
Destiny. The post, okay, the post that you are talking this way about is called Hila lied about her role and position in the IDF. That's the title of this salacious, propagandist post.
Wait, right? Why are you?
And the conclusion to it, right? And this is on Reddit, by the way, with like less than 200.
The post is in a vacuum. It's literally on an anti-fan H3 subreddit.
But the conclusion of the post was, Hila claims that she only posed with other soldiers' firearms for photos and that she had a non-active role in the Army. In reality, the Army doesn't hand out stripes, berets, or pins for fashion reasons. Hila earned those was at the very least trained in combat. At the very, that's the conclusion of the post. She was at the very least trained in combat. Like, I don't see, so my point is, I don't see, in a vacuum, right? This post in a vacuum. Now, everything you said about the subreddit, I will take your word on it. I'm obviously going to look into it after we speak, but I'll just take your word at the moment. Although that's kind of hard with no, that's not hard, because I'll look into it. But it's just, to me, looks like not a normal, but it's just a Reddit post that but so my main contention is that you were comparing it to like a Doxxing, Kiwi Farms, a crazy thing, when in reality it's just pointing out hey, I noticed these things that may or may not be true, but it's source to things she said on YouTube, right, and source to things she said on Twitter and her own comments and stuff, and nothing is taken out of context. It's not like they're adding in all that extra stuff that you said, and now this isn't taking into account the comments and all that. But my main point is it's enough. It's very hard trying to cut through all the bullshit.
You understand that what you're describing, this is exactly what Kiwi Farms does, right?
No. If this was a Kiwi Farms,
what do you think Kiwi Farms does? What do you think Kiwi Farms does?
The language. What?
What do you think Kiwi Farms does?
They dig into people's they dig into people's past and dox people who. That's way different than somebody's military career.
Wait, no, it's all part of Kiwi Farms. Is just basically a website where you try to basically log all of the information about a person you might think is relevant. That's
they take people who are otherwise anonymous on the internet.
No, they don't. Kiwi Farms doesn't care about anonymous people. No, they don't. They usually follow online e-celebs and shit. That's what the whole point of Kiwi Farms is, milking cows that are funny on the internet. You wouldn't just you wouldn't post your thread would get deleted for no relevancy on Kiwi Farms.
I've never been on.
You haven't. If you think they just dox random people.
I have Tor Onion. I use DuckDuckGo to go on it because I have a Mac and they don't let me go on Kiwi Farms otherwise. yes, KiwiFarms.net is still up and running, and yes, I've been on there before, and the language that they use on Kiwi Farms, the vibes, everything is way. And if this was a post about a Jewish woman on Kiwi Farms, you know damn well the language would have been different. And now, Destiny, I gotta admit, I feel like you're gaslighting me because you know what you just said isn't true. You know that.
What I just said, I know it's true. I've spent way more times on the farms than you have because I got a fucking 500-page thread there. So I know you're wrong.
So this post is indecipherable from a Kiwi Farms post.
It's not just the one post. It's the whole point of this thread. No, I don't care what you're talking about. That would be like me and you talking about one African-American police officer interaction. But if I were to tell you that, you would start breaking down all of the systems of white supremacy and all the structural unfairness that African-Americans face and all of the horribles of our justice system, blah, 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 blah. You would never let me get away with just doing one particular case. You would always want to contextualize this, rightfully so. So the idea that when it's about this, you shut your brain off. You're like, oh, well, I look at the language of the one post. Like most of the doxing that I've seen on Kiwi Farms, including doxing myself, people aren't ever encouraging people to harass each other. They're not like saying fucked up shit about you. Yeah, sometimes. Usually it's like, oh, last month he lived here, he was this is where his mom and dad live, this is his phone number, boom, 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 boom. Like if you have like an explicit call to harassment at Kiwi Farms post, usually those posts get deleted or the thread will get taken down eventually, right? Like, so that's exactly what this is. The goal is to collect a bunch of information about Hila, and then this serves as like a dispersion area where people pass this information to everybody else, and then they use this to attack these two people on other platforms. They take this shit and they say Hila was a soldier that was probably harassing Palestinians. That's exactly what the purpose and the point is of all of this. To pretend it's just like a harmless accounting for of information is unbelievable to me.
No, that wasn't my point. My main point was like you made it seem like this post in and of itself was like out of bounds or
no, hold on.
Like this
no. I didn't. No. Hold on. No. I did not make it sound like that. No, I did not make it sound like that.
You can rewind your own.
I don't need to rewind it. No, it's not about
links to this post. You will be banned. Like I've never.
It's not about. It's not. Yeah. It's not about that post. It's about that post right now in the context of everything else that's going on. Do you think that if I would have seen this post, if like this, let's say Israel-Palestine, this whole shit hadn't even happened, and somebody in another sub just made a thread where like, I think Hila might have lied about what she did in the IDF. Do you think I would give a
No.
No? Okay, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't, because why the would I care? If somebody found an inconsistency in her past, oh, well, I don't know, if you want to make a post about it, go for it. But that's not what this is. It's not just a random accounting of information. It is very explicitly setting out to demean her character and to call into question her like
military internet, bro. Like, isn't it like
true? Okay, then don't ever complain when people call the N-word on Twitter or whatever, because that's just the internet, bro. I hope you don't. That's great. I'm gonna start doing it now on Twitter right now. I'm gonna go spam slurs. I'm gonna treat everybody. How are you gonna retreat to like? Isn't it just the internet, bro?
Wait, every black person you talk to.
That's not. No, that's not.
Don't be upset when somebody says
because you're using like the most unbelievably stupid argument ever. You can't just say that's the internet.
No. It is though, but
okay.
that is.
Well, hold on. Then why not just start? Then just open with that. Then just open with that. Then open with that. Say it's the internet, bro, and then I go, oh, okay, base, whatever. That's it.
No.
Just say that. Why pretend to use other bullshit arguments? Like just say, oh, it's the internet.
I'm not using bullshit argument. What bullshit argument did I use?
That it's just the internet, bro. Like it's beyond analysis.
My argument. No. My point was that this post was not anything abnormal. It wasn't anything, right? Now, I will grant you that maybe the subreddit is very anti-Semitic and it has a bunch of shit on there, right?
I don't think they're anti-Semitic. I haven't claimed that, just to be clear, but go ahead.
Okay. Maybe they shit on Hila. Like, maybe they have a raging hate boner for Hila, right? But this post in and of itself, to me, as, like I said, just a regular person on the internet who does it, like, I don't have all these, like, political ideologies that you're assigning to me. I don't have all this like other shit in the background that you're saying I have. Like, I don't know shit about Hila Klein's back history with the Israeli army. And I honestly don't give a But what I'm saying is, I'm listening to you. Now, you've already, I already said that I had, problems with your coverage of Israel and Palestine, but that wasn't even a big deal to me, like, at all. But when you said that thing about the post being this crazy post, I went to the post and it wasn't crazy. And as a matter of fact, it seems like it's like facts, right? Like, I don't know about I can't speak to the military.
Did you complain about Republicans bringing up like the fentanyl levels in George Floyd's blood after he died? There's just facts,
no, it was
right?
brought up in court. It was brought up in court. What do you mean?
All right.
That was one of the main defenses in court.
You're just the most like literal like interpreter of any fact or anything on earth, I guess. It's just all like the most literal analysis of everything. Okay.
Wait, so is that like, I know, wait, so I don't think it's fair that people brought up the fentanyl thing with George Floyd, but I don't get upset when people use that as an argument because that was used as his literal defense, Derek Chauvin's defense in court. So how can I be mad at an opposing viewpoint for using that as a defense when that was brought up in court, right? Like, so not like people are just bringing that out of thin air. I'm not just this like, you know, malleable like thing that just, you know, it just takes everything literal and I'm just like gullible and it is what it is. I understand everything you said about the environment right now around the hatred towards Hila and all of that. I get all that. My like disagreement, I guess, with you is that this isn't doxing. This isn't anything like weird or like it, well, it's Reddit weird. Like it's weird for like it's like the kind of shit you see on Reddit on the regular, but it's not like out of bounds, I don't think. And so I guess my main question is is it that you're like trying to just really make sure that like you're trying to divert your audience's attention away from like sending hate towards Hila? You see that she's getting a lot of like irrational, anti-Semitic, like crazy ass death threats, hate, and all this shit, and you don't want your audience to think it's okay in any type of way to participate in that? Is like you're just setting the tone? Is that what it is, or is it like you honestly don't find you don't find that information valuable? That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to ask you.
I didn't really want to like super signal boost what I thought was like a really creepy dox attempt to try to prove that she is like a sadistic murderer of Palestinian children. That was I just want to be involved in like signal boosting.
But that's not what it said though, bro. But that's not what it said. I'm being honest. That's not what the post said.
Okay.
Like, and you're saying that that's what it's insinuating, right?
I'm not sure anymore. I don't know.
You say he's just going like, okay.
I feel like it's like pretty obvious like what's going on. I feel like it's pretty obvious like what the goal of the post is.
That part though.
Sure. Well, then that's my issue. Then I don't like the idea that people are trying to character assassinate her based on like mandatory service for 1 year in the IDF or whatever, and like that's going to become the like there was already that cartoon that was being reshared on YouTube and like posted on Twitter of like Hila.
Isn't that important to understand like where somebody's coming from? Like
no, I don't think so. I don't think what has she said where you feel like it's important that we need this piece of backstory for her perspective? Not Toxic Near. Thanks for
I don't know. I'm just
well, then how do you know
like,
it's important?
She has a large podcast that people like. She has a clothing brand.
You come in here and you talk to my audience. Do you think it's important for me to know your address?
My address? No.
Why not?
Is there address in there?
When you talk about like what life is like from the city you're from and everything, and you talk about different groups, you don't think it's important that we know exactly where you live so that we can figure out like what the perspective you're giving us is? How many people do you know that say Fuentes does this? Say I'm from Chicago and they're from a suburb like 45 minutes away, right? You don't think that it's important sometimes to know exactly where somebody lives?
It can be, yes.
Okay, so then, like, should I start giving addresses of, like, let's say that you said something about, remember we got into the discussion a while ago over black people carrying firearms illegally or whatever. Let's say somebody made a post in my subreddit, like, hey, just so you guys know, and then they post your full history of addresses on my subreddit. Do you think that would be fair? And then they're like, okay, because he said that he was in these areas at all crime, but if you look at his actual addresses, he was actually like 5 or 10 minutes away from some of these places, and they post your full history of addresses. Do you think that's fair?
No, but so maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe I'm just fucking an idiot, right? So in my mind, why that doesn't make sense is because one, it's not the same thing. I'm an anonymous person on the internet. I haven't put any of that information out there. I haven't even begun to.
Wait, hold on. You're literally you're doing YouTube. You're talking to me on my stream, and you have Philly in your name, and I'm pretty sure the purpose of your channel was to literally talk about. Wasn't it to talk about crime-related stuff in Philadelphia?
Yeah. But it has nothing to do with my address. And I don't think my address is important in that.
Really?
Like,
if you were a guy,
if I lived in Philly or not is important.
Well, let's
like,
say if people. What if people found out?
No. Here's something. No. If I was saying I lived in Philly, but I really lived in Delaware, a lot of people would find that information important. Some people would find that irrelevant, but a lot of people will find that information important, and it would be important because I'm giving my perspective on Philadelphia, and people are taking my word for my perspective of Philadelphia as if I live in Philadelphia. But if I live in fucking Delaware and I'm lying about it, that would be that. So, and then somebody came on the subreddit was like, yo, I found out he actually lives in Delaware. Like, here's proof. Here's his high school and maybe not that far. Here's a YouTube video of him 4 years ago saying, this is STV Delaware. Look, same voice, same everything. That's him. Yep. No, that would not be weird, bro. And that's analogous to what they're doing with Hila. Now, if this was a subreddit like that just shitted on me all day, was like STVphilly is the biggest retard. If it was on that subreddit and I was getting massive death threats and all that stuff, I probably would appreciate your deflection away from that type of post. But other than that, I don't see what's wrong with it. And you're saying it's doxing, but anybody knows that's not doxing what that post is. And the language on the post isn't what you're saying it is. So, like I said, I grant you everything about everything else that she's getting, and maybe the subreddit is like this super tanky, shitty lefty a subreddit that has abhorrent views on everything in the world, and they hate Hila Klein. But if the information in the post is true, it is relevant.
It's only relevant if she's like citing her military experience as some sort of like authority on the topic. If so, for instance, let's say that there was things where people are like, oh, I think the idea of this or the idea of this, blah, blah, blah. Let's say it's like, actually, I was part of like this division. I can tell you exactly what to do because I did this here and I was involved in that, blah, blah, blah. Let's say that was the case. If that was the case, and by the way, maybe that video exists and I haven't seen it. If that was the case, and they'd be like, well, hold up. That is not true. You weren't in that division. You weren't participating in operations in those years. You weren't doing that. Then I think that would be relevant. I haven't heard Hila cite her like military expertise or experience as a reason for having the opinion that she did. My understanding, and I could be wrong, maybe this video's out here, and it would change my opinion. I was like, oh, fuck it, that's fair then. My understanding is that like, I think at one point in time, I think she talked about her experiences in the IDF for a few minutes on like a video, for like 10 minutes on a video or something. But I've never heard her cite to her IDF experience for why she has like expertise in this particular conflict or whatever.
Would it change your mind if she was doing the worst of what people are alleging that she might have participated in with the IDF? Would your opinion
if she actually, if there's like actual solid proof of her participating in like massacres or some shit, then sure, that'd be relevant.
How would people find that out? But how would people find that out though?
I don't know.
Bro,
you're giving like every horrible cop argument ever. Like
a horrible cop argument?
Yeah, that we should like infinitely dig into people's history or infinitely dig into people for evidence on the off chance that maybe we hold on, wait, no. This is exactly what you said. Hold on.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, hold on. This is exactly what you just said. You might not.
No.
Let me finish.
Let
me know when you're done. I'm going to repeat exactly what I was going to say.
No.
Okay, let me know when you're done. I'm going to repeat exactly what I was going to say.
No. Destiny, I've watched you for long enough to know what you're about to do. You're about to strawman the fuck out of what I was just saying and not address what I just asked you, right? Now, I admit you did answer my question, but no, I am not saying that anything goes and that you have infinite, charitability to go into people's past, to dig into people's past. But I think that somebody's military record, and if they're telling the truth about it and giving their opinions on this conflict that's going on, I think it does matter to people what her level of involvement with the Israeli military is. And I don't think that is a crazy thing. Now, if what they're saying is false, I will fucking eat shit and eat my words and not if what they're saying is false, because it 100% could be false. If I'm lying about this and this is not seriously my thought patterns on how things matter to me and why things matter to me, right? Then I'll eat shit on this. But like, I don't think I'm alone in feeling that if this humongous podcaster, Ethan and Hila, are giving their opinions on the Israeli war, I don't think that one of those said podcasters' involvement or level of involvement, finding out her level of involvement in one of those conflict sides is crazy like that. What you're trying to tell me is that what you're trying to tell me is that Hila Klein served what many people feel is an occupying army or an army that's doing illegal things, right? I don't know if I agree with that because I don't know enough about that conflict to make that determination, but that is what a lot of people believe, like international organizations too, that you've even admitted to. Hila Klein, they're saying that she could have, been part of that camp, that brigade that did, enforced the illegal settlements, right? She could have been part of that camp. And now, years later, we have this humongous explosion in the region, and everybody's talking about it. Everybody. And you're saying to me that I shouldn't care about her involvement with Israel. Like, that should be irrelevant to me. Like, as a person who's just like, information matters. Like, forget about my ideology, right? But I just want the truth, right? Just as a person that wants the truth. Would that information be relevant?
Okay. What you were saying before was you were gonna say, how would we ever know if she was involved in a massacre without digging into her history? That's what you were going to say. And that's why I said you sound like a cop, because that's the rationalization cops use, or the Pentagon uses, or law enforcement in general when they want to infinitely dig into people's past. They'll say, well, what if he's a terrorist? What if he's got a gun? Maybe I do smell weed. I need to go dig through his trunk. That type of thinking leads to every single person doxing and infinitely trying to dig into everybody's past because that's our mentality now. Maybe there's something to find.
You know what that's equivalent to?
Yeah.
You know what that's equivalent to?
What?
That's an equivalent to the head of the Crips saying he was just a lookout on the corner and that he had no real involvement. And then the cops know that he's involved with the Crips somehow, but the cops want to know his alleged involvement with the Crips, so they start digging into his past. That's what that's equivalent to. Not some innocent dude driving down the street and the cops pull him over and, the cops have carte blanche to just do whatever they want now. That's the, I think, equivalent to what I'm saying is happening with Hila right now. Not that she's this innocent person who has no record of ever even stating that she's a part of the Israeli army. Is it the IDF? Because I don't want to misquote it. Was she a part of the IDF?
Yeah, she was. So the assumption is she's basically already a Crip, so now we're digging into her a little bit more because we already know she did something bad?
No. The assumption is that she said that she was a Crip, but she only said that she was a corner worker, but she's really the boss.
Gotcha.
No. Well, we don't know. We think she might. The allegations are that she could be the boss, but we don't know her.
What is the reasonable suspicion that we think that she's been involved in something horrible?
That she's been involved in something that she said she was part of the
IDF?
The Crips.
Which every single Israeli citizen then is suspect for doxing. We need to dig into all of them because it's mandatory service. I'm pretty sure
they're on a humongous podcast saying they were a secretary. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Now, not digging into her hacking her phone or nothing, but old YouTube videos, bro. It's not like they're I haven't seen. Now, if you have some weird shit, like some old Facebook post under a different name where she has a different fucking alias and she has a mask on and they dug into it and connected it through her aunt and shit. Yes, that's weird. But old YouTube videos, that's the evidence that they're using against her, and you're saying that's cringe?
You're talking about most doxing is done by just looking up old videos, where it comes from. That's not what doxing is.
But what is the problem that people have with doxing?
The problem that people have with doxing is you're collecting public information and you're centralizing it to use it as a way to attack somebody. That's what doxing is. That's why it's bad.
That's the definition of doxing. The
correct.
problem people have with doxing is most of the time it's when an anonymous person's personal information is leaked.
No, you're dead wrong.
You're not doxing somebody if you're say what level of what rank in the fucking military they were. That's not the only
claim
bro.
there is. But if you were to post pictures of me that somebody found in their like in some database like me in like kindergarten, that would kind of be doxing. Yeah, it's weird. You're taking if you're using it to like attack somebody. Let's say I had braces or something.
If you're claiming you never went to school, I think that would be relevant. Yes, an old picture of you in kindergarten.
Okay.
I mean, like if you're staking your whole claim on I never went to school. Fuck school. School's a fucking joke. And then somebody's like, yo, here's a picture of Destiny in 3rd grade. Like that's crazy. Like, would you find that like egregious?
You know, if I claim that I hadn't been to school, maybe, but okay. I haven't heard Hila make any claim like where she's citing her military experience as like an authority, where it's like, oh, we need to see where this chick was actually at. Like I haven't heard that, but.
Well, they were linking to like conversations where she said like she was like she had less. Like she was pretty hands off. She didn't really do anything. Like, you know, like, yeah, she was just saying, you know, like basically like she didn't do much in the military at all. But then if it comes out that like actually she was part of this brigade that they're talking about, to
sure,
me,
I just want to say this because I've got like 20 Jewish people apparently say this in chat, and it's another guy just donated time to say this. Former IDF here served in the West Bank and Gaza. Women are never included in raids. You can be part of the KFIR and serve as a secretary. I've had like 10 people say that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they know that. Maybe all they come together to lie to me. I don't know, but okay.
Okay. Listen. My main pushback was not that, you know, what they're doing to Hila is disgusting, because of what it is, and if they deleted the post off of Reddit, I like honestly wouldn't shed a tear. I don't care. However, you made it sound like, you know, it was this crazy post, and then to me it sounded like a crazy post, and it just confused me as to why you phrase it like that. Now, I'm coming in here, like I said, I'm coming here with an open mind. It doesn't mean I don't have my point of view. I have an open mind. What you're telling me is that you don't like the tone of you don't like the tone of the harassment that Hila's getting, and like especially including like things like death threats and stuff, but also you don't like the tone of the post, which is insinuating that Hila was you know, going house to house and chopping Palestinians' heads off, right? And you feel like you know that this post is contributing to that, and that's your main reason for not wanting to direct traffic to that, which is okay. Just want to make sure I understand, and that's the most important thing, I think, is just understanding, because I hear a million content creators a day that maybe I may be misunderstanding what you're saying, but I have the access to you to call you and ask you and get an understanding of it, and that's awesome, and I appreciate you giving me that access to you. I hope I'm not getting on your nerves by like calling and disagreeing with you all the time, but if I just called you and say, yo, bro, I agree with you, like that would be kind of boring, right?
Yeah, I got it. Listen, I appreciate it, okay?
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Hasan.
Have fun. Peace out.
I'll be back for that shit.
I love you. Be careful. He says, find the video of her saying, I am denying that.
People are saying Israel does that on the daily. The idea.
I don't.
Does that on the
That's
daily.
not what I'm talking about. See, that's what you're doing. You're excusing people being burned alive and kids being murdered. You're saying Israel does that on the daily. Okay. Now I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
What do you mean? Why do you not deny
so
that?
Are you in favor of...
oh, Hila says, I'm denying that. Okay. I don't think that saying Israel is not burning people alive on the daily, I don't think that that's a legitimate citation to your military experience. You're deranged. You're deranged. If Lycan were to say, like, oh, I don't think the United States is raping babies until their eyeballs exploded to their heads, and I'm like, hold up. What was that motherfucker's MOS? Hold on. Wait a second. How do I know you weren't in the baby raping until their eyes blood to their head squad? Actually, right? F you. You guys are unhinged. Okay. Let the Vyvanse lift you up. Okay. Okay. We didn't even start this. The Yom Kippur War. How many wars do we have left? The 4th Arab-Israeli War. Is there a 5th one? Can we not have any more? There can't be a 5th one. Oh my God, I don't think there is. This is the last big one. Thank God. Thank God. How many times can you fuckers go to war with everybody?